months apart. I don't know which one is the older. I'm not going to tell you. But they've loved each other always as sisters and all. This one is a baby machine. Has a baby like that. No problem at all. This one's looking, and she's happy for her sister, don't get me wrong. But they're having their problems. Meanwhile, she's getting pregnant with no problems. No problems at all. So you go to the doctor, and what'd he say?
I can't have a baby.
Because of your tubes, right?
Right.
So you have scarred fallopian tubes.
Right.
So the egg can't get down the main street to be impregnated to go into the womb.
That's right.
See, you thought I didn't know anything about that. All right, so you went to lots of places, didn't you?
Lots of places, lots of surgeries.
You need to open the...
To try to repair the tubes.
So this isn't funny. You are both really hurting along the way here. You were married, both of you, you were married 6 months apart or so. 1987 or so?
Right, 88.
All right, so did you finally punt them? I should ask you, Linda. You're the one that wanted the baby so much. You're happy for your sister. But you had to have... Your heart is broken as you see her...
Yes, but I was happy for her, but yet my heart was broken. Over her pregnancies, I wanted to be pregnant too. I struggled with that.
Right. Did you try artificial or in vitro?
I tried a total of 3 times.
So that would be your husband's sperm and your egg in a dish, implanted in the side of your womb, so we don't have to worry about the scarred fallopian tube.
Right.
It didn't work.
It did work, but we had failure on the first attempt. We lost twins at 18 and 22 weeks. The second attempt, we didn't get a pregnancy at all. And the third attempt was with Barb. And we were very lucky then.
You know what they did? You know what they did? Tell me what happened. Why did she thank her sister?
She had her baby.
She what?
She had her baby.
Not quite. She did.
She tried to have it. I read an article about this in the magazine a couple of months ago.
Ladies' Home Journal.
Yes. I forgot how the story went, but...
Now, don't screw this up. You know, we're on... What happened?
The sister had the baby, but then she ended up getting pregnant also.
No, well...
Or there was...
Tell him. You're allowed to talk, Marty. We don't want to hear from the men too much, but... tell us what happened.
Well, Barb came to us with this idea to try to carry a baby for us, which wasn't a completely original idea, but it was a very magnanimous thing to do. But so we decided to try it after.
Well, now wait a minute. This is not a thing where you decide that your sperm and your wife's egg is going to be fertilized, and she's going to carry the baby. It's a little. There's another wrinkle to this.
Well, there are a lot of wrinkles, but are you talking about the decision making? Right. What we decided was to try this, and if there were enough fertilized eggs, we would also try to implant any extra ones in Linda. And
so we're going to try and make a lot of eggs and fertilize them, right? And we'll take these eggs and we'll put some in her and some in her sister.
Right.
And we got a double chance of having a baby.
That's right.
God forbid somebody should miscarry, you still got sort of a backup.
Right. And the chances of the eggs actually implanting are fairly minute to start with, especially in Linda because she's producing all the eggs and has all these drugs in her system and all these things. So I think that we were told that Barb would have a much better chance of actually receiving.
So let's understand this now. Your sperm, your egg, we're going to try and get multiple eggs. We're going to fertilize them in a dish, and we're going to implant you and your sister.
Right.
The only person that has nothing to do here is Bill. What in the world are you doing here? Now, you already have 2 kids. That's true. And you look up to discover that your wife is actually offering her sister her womb for 9 months, so to speak.
Yeah.
And how'd that play with you, Bill?
Oh, that was fine. I mean, at least it was her sister. I think that originally I didn't think it would ever come to pass. So it's really easy to say, yeah, fine, go ahead and do it, because I was sure they'd get pregnant before.
You were sure they'd get pregnant all by themselves and wouldn't need your wife.
That's right. Well, they wouldn't need my wife. For example, we'd go on vacation, and they were on timetables to try to get pregnant all the time. So as hard as they were trying, I was certain that they would absolutely get pregnant. And it got closer and closer, and finally it was like, hey, it's tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
The procedure.
The procedure. I see. So you present yourself for the procedure, and I assume, and incidentally, you both had to be, your cycles had to be.
That's right. Right.
So you both had to, this is something. So they got to manage your cycle so that you're not only sisters, true sisters, you're biologically sisters too, in the sense that you're going at the same time. Okay. Okay, so now we get a whole bunch of eggs from you.
Mm-hmm.
I assume we had a chemical that did that.
Right.
Provoked ovulation.
Right.
So we get all these eggs and we put them in a dish. And then good old Bill comes along. No, sorry, Marty comes along. Sorry, don't want to confuse you. You guys are beginning to look alike to me now. Marty's sperm then is introduced into the dish environment, and how many eggs are impregnated?
I think we had a total of 10 eggs that were produced, but 6 eggs ended up being better than the rest.
So they implanted 3 in you?
Right. We decided no more than 3 in each one of us.
And they implanted 3 in you?
That's right. And that was really by design because we wanted to limit the risk of either one of us having to carry more than 3 babies. And that was part of the reason why I wanted to do it simultaneously, so that she wouldn't have the risk of quads or carrying 5 babies, and yet we could still have a possibility of 6 good eggs in both of us, and yet not experience a triplet.
Yeah,
quad.
but you are looking at the possibility of such triplets.
Yeah.
Dr. Silver volunteered the day of the procedure to take any extras. He really did.
Did you actually think, you had to think that you could have...
It was a remote possibility. We knew that it could happen, but we just put everything in God's hands. If it happens, fine.
This is something. All right, so now you're both impregnated. You must have called each other every day on the telephone.
Every day. Mm-hmm.
And you're both getting sick, and you both have craving for...
and everything. All the pregnancies.
Okay, but you are thrilled. This is your sister. She's done maybe... Right. And you had to be scared to death, because you've had your problems here.
I was. I lost twins before, and I was carrying twins again, and I was very... afraid that I might lose them again, although my pregnancy was much better this time. It was Barb, on the other hand, who had all the problems in the first trimester. She almost lost Allison. She just had continuous bleeding through the first trimester.
So your sister, the baby maker, was having more trouble in the first trimester than you were. Mm-hmm. But you were not without your own drama, were you?
Yes, at 26 weeks or 22 weeks, I believe, I started to have problems.
Did you spot, or was there bleeding, or what was the...
I actually... went in for contractions, and that was caused because I had the strep B, group B strep, and it can be devastating if the babies are born and they don't know that you have this. But they took care of it then.
But you, at the time, you must have been thinking the worst. I don't know. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yes, it was the same time I had lost my first twins, and I was just hoping everything would be okay.
You survived it.
Yeah.
And in December of what year? Last year?
This last year.
93.
Yes.
You started having contractions? I don't know. What?
Christmas morning.
How long are you here? How many months are you on Christmas of last year?
I'm 5 weeks early, 35 weeks.
You're 5 weeks early?
Yes.
Okay. You go to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Did you go?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Sure, why not? Yeah. How about you, Bill?
I was there, too.
Yeah. Lord knows we don't need you, Bill, but if you want to come along. I don't know what you're doing on the Donahue show, Bill. You don't have anything to this thing.
But I do want to clarify, my husband played a really important role because I had to have 114 shots at the same time every single day, and this was part of the process of keeping your cycle in place.
Well, you have so many shots before you actually get pregnant, and then if you get pregnant, you have to have a progesterone shot every day for like another 100 days because my body didn't realize it was pregnant yet. So for him to get up every morning and make sure 7:30 on the dot I had my shot, he played a very critical role in that.
So when you implant the fertilized egg in the side of the womb, the biochemistry of the body doesn't work the same as if it were in the good old-fashioned
That's right.
way.
It takes, I guess, until the placenta is completely developed before the body takes over on its own.
Okay. Christmas Day last year. There you are. 5 weeks preemie.
Yes.
But you're pretty big. I assume you put...
I was huge.
Do you know how many babies you have? You must. They must have a sonogram and all that
We
stuff.
knew.
Yeah. So you know you've got 2 babies.
Right.
Do you know how many she's carrying?
We knew probably in the 6th or 7th week of our pregnancy how many babies we were going to have.
All right. You've got 2.
Right.
And she's got 1.
Right.
So this Christmas morning last year.
Yeah.
And was it a big deal? I mean, how long was the labor?
Well, actually, we went in about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I delivered at 8 o'clock that night, a half an hour apart.
Yeah. And good old pregnant sister standing there through this whole thing?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So you had 2 babies.
Yes, it was wonderful.
Last
Wonderful.
Christmas.
Yes.
But we're still not finished yet.
Oh, and I felt sort of bad because she was still pregnant, and I wasn't anymore, and so something was lost there, but we were very excited about having another baby to repeat.
Right.
The procedure was wonderful.
We have the birth. You've got the home video. So.
Okay.